DC Multiverse!
Well, isn't this splendid? Today, we get the privilege of having a nice up-close and personal look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Rebirth Reverse Flash. Box art front, box art side, and box art back. Now this Reverse Flash figure, which a lot of people were pretty excited about, comes with lightning bolt accessories and a trading card. Of course, the figure stand too. The lightning bolt accessories are the exact same ones that came with Flash, as really is the entire figure. It's the exact same body sculpt, 100%. The only difference is the chest emblem is reversed and turned the other way, and this one comes with an incredibly angry looking face, which is fitting for the character. From where I sit, the facial features do look like they have been tinkered with just a little bit. Here's the trading card that the Flash comes with, same picture as the back of the box, excellent piece of action figure photography, and the back has that short data file, which you could pause to read if you'd like. But back to the figure, yeah, I really do like this guy. I like the body proportions. I think that it really works for Reverse Flash. Love the bright yellow color scheme. It's not as yellowy yellow. There is just a tiny hint of orange in there just to darken the yellow up a little bit. But I am really liking it, and it is a fantastic reuse of that Flash body sculpt. In comparison here for this Reverse Flash, you've already seen him compared to the initial release of the Flash, so no big surprises there. Thought it would be kind of fun to bring in some of the other McFarlane villains, bearing in mind that that Bizarro is a custom. And then we have a Gorilla Grodd also from McFarlane Toys, with the other side having a Captain Cold from DC Collectibles' New 52 action figure line. Another comparison shot we have here is with the DC Universe Classics on the one side and the DC Essentials on the other, and so far, I'm going to say that this is probably my favorite Reverse Flash figure, so that's an achievement. Other than that, there really isn't that much more to say about this figure's appearance because, again, it's the same body sculpt as the Flash figure. I will say that I do very much enjoy this Reverse Flash figure's face sculpt, and I feel like it matches the character, and the paint apps on mine are, I suppose they're fairly tidy. They're not perfect. There's definitely areas where they could be just a little bit neater, but I think overall, this is actually pretty good. Reverse Flash's articulation is also going to be exactly the same as the Flash, so you have that torso articulation that, just like Flash, is really roundy, really rolly, but doesn't really go super far forward, but does go, you know, a reasonable amount backwards to get him in a running pose. You've got the head that is on a little ball joint, and if you combine that with the body, you can get him into some pretty interesting poses for running, especially when you combine the rounded hinges in the armpit here with the full 360 bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows, and the rests that are on the rounded hinge that also got a full 360 swivel. You should be able to get this guy into some reasonable-ish, you know, kind of running poses. The waist has a full 360 rotation as well. There is the classic McFarlane Toys leg attachment, the groin there, and this is the question. Oh, this one does have a little bit of what you would think of as a thigh swivel, kind of. It's very articulated because, you know, that's how McFarlane do. Usually his legs attached at the groin here are really well articulated. You have your double jointed knees that crunch up nicely, and you have the rounded joint right here in the ankle that is going to also give you a pivot as well as toe articulation, meaning that you should have no problem getting Reverse Flash into some really wicked running poses, twisting and contorting him into a position like he's just hurling himself down the road. And with all the lightning bolt accessories, here's what he looks like. There's so many of them. You can see he totally looks like he's running like Mach 6 or even faster. The speed of light. Faster than light. So what do I think about this Flash figure, having looked at everything up close and personal, articulation, comparison, and details? Honestly, I can't think of one thing that I don't like about this figure. The colors pop, he's posable enough for me, the paint apps are neat enough for me. If there's any kind of places where the paint hasn't gone where it's supposed to, you really have to get up close and personal to see it. So I'm not disappointed in this guy at all. Actually, I've been really stoked the entire time I made this video, so if you see this guy hanging on the store shelf, you're probably not going to want to pass him up, because it's going to be one of those instances where you hem and you haw about it, and then you get home later and you go, man, I should have picked that up, and you go out the next day, and it's gone. And then you freak out in the toy aisle, have a temper tantrum, they have to call security, and then you get kicked out of the store and banned from Target for the rest of your life. Or Walmart, or wherever said theoretical temper tantrum happens. Anyway, those are my thoughts, opinions, and viewpoints on the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Rebirth Flash action figure. Hopefully you found this review to be an interesting, helpful waste of time for the day, and if you did, you know where all the buttons that do all the stuff are, and I will see you with the next one. Bye for now.